Hi, Amy Porterfield here with amyporterfield.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a custom application on your Facebook page using the tool Lujure. So here we are on my Facebook page, and underneath my timeline cover photo you can see the 3 custom applications I've created: social media updates, webinar, free video series, and if you collapse it here you'll see a number of other custom applications I created as well. This one that says click for tips, I created that one with the Lujure tool. So let me show you how I did that. First, if you click the application, you can see what's behind it. And as you can see, I've pulled in one of my blog posts. So I put a header image at the top, and then if you scroll down, this is my blog post that I pulled into my Facebook custom application. The cool thing is, because I literally pulled in a web page using the iframes tool from Lujure, I was able to make sure that all these buttons still worked. So if you wanted to tweet my latest blog post, you just click tweet and it will be sent out to Twitter even though you're still inside Facebook. So all of the share buttons work, and then if you scroll down, this is my entire blog post taken from the specific web page on my website. And at the very bottom, I have an opt-in. So if you read my blog, you like what you read, then you can opt in. So I'm providing great value, but also growing my email list. Let me go to the tool and show you exactly how I did this. Once you sign up for an account with Lujure, you can do a free account or a paid account depending on how many tabs you want to create. You just click on Create a New Tab. Once you do that, you can then select the Facebook page where you want to add the custom application. So in this case, I'm going to select the Amy Porterfield page, and then it says name your tab. So I'm just going to call this one blog post and click continue. And then it says what would you like to do next, and I click edit tab. So now we're inside the dashboard where I can actually edit my custom application. The very first thing you want to do is convert to timeline. Timeline allows you to have 810 pixels wide for your custom application. That's something fairly new, where before it was a lot narrower for our applications. So click convert to timeline and you have more space. The next thing you want to do is, because my blog post is pretty long, I need to have more length. So I'm just going to put, 10,000 in here. It really doesn't matter. We just need it a lot longer. So the first thing I want to do is pull in my blog post. So what I need to do is go to the web page that I want to pull in and copy the URL. Once I do that, I go back to the tool. In the left column, I type in the word iframe. And that will give me the tool that I can literally drag to the middle here and add my URL to the page I want to pull in. Then I just click done. And as you can see, it just pulled in my web page. Now, here's the deal. Remember I said I don't want the whole web page because it actually won't fit. It's wider than 810 pixels. So before I go any further, I wanted to jump over to my web page and just make sure you know what I'm pulling in. So here I am on the web page. This is the blog post I want to pull in, but I don't want to pull in this right sidebar because it's just going to be too wide. So I just want to pull in the blog post. Now it's going to pull in some of the navigation across the top here, but you'll see later I'm going to put a cover photo over that so you actually won't see the top of my blog post. Really what I'm concerned about is this blog post here with all the share buttons in the content. So I'm not going to pull in anything but the blog post. Let's go back to the tool. So I'm just going to pull this, remember, just drag and drop, just enough to show the blog post. I don't want to show my sidebar. So remember the sidebar I told you about. See where it starts peeking through here to the right? Give it a second. See where it starts peeking through? So I'm going to pull that back a little and only show the blog post. Now don't worry about what's on top. I know it's getting cut off as you can see up here, but I'm going to put a header image to cover that. But now I just need to pull this all the way down so the entire blog post will show inside this custom application. So what I've done is I've made sure that my entire blog post is in the frame. So if you go all the way down, it goes all the way down to the opt-in that I showed you earlier from my blog post. So now that everything's in there and the sidebar is not showing, I'm going to go all the way up to the top and I'm just going to center this right in the middle of that box. Now again, I've got the top here that I don't want to show because it's getting cut off. Remember, here's part of my navigation bar it's showing. So I'm just going to pull in an image to cover it. So if I type in the word image and I pull this tool over, it's going to want me to choose a file that I want to include. So I'm going to choose File, and I know on my desktop I have the blog header there. So I'm going to click OK. And from there, I'm just going to click Done, and it's going to pull in the image. Now I'm going to have to resize the image a bit. So here's that image. And now I can play with it. I could stretch it a little bit across to make sure that it covers the entire width. So the great thing is that you can actually cover this and no one will even know that you have something under it. So with that, let's see, I covered it a little bit too much, so I need to pull it up a bit. And then I'm going to pull this down. And as you can see, now I've created the blog post inside the custom application and I put a header on top. So once you do that, it's as easy as that. And now I'm going to save the tab. So next you just publish the tab, and let me show you where you find it on your Facebook page. Now you go back over to your Facebook page, and where your custom apps are, you're going to click this drop down arrow and you're going to find a new tab will appear. This is the Lujure logo, so whatever third-party tool you're using, you'll see their logo. And so this is the application. If I click here, you'll see basically the app that we just created. Now, what you'll want to do is make sure you add a customized thumbnail to make it look good, because see how great these look, but this one you don't want the third-party tool logo showing. So you can add a JPEG. You can create a thumbnail. It's 111 by 74 pixels. You can create it and then upload a JPEG, and so that you can have a thumbnail. That way people will click on whatever you want them to click on based on the information you have on that thumbnail. So there you have it. That's how you create a custom application using the tool Lujure. Hopefully you found that valuable, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.